everybody. Welcome to another Lead In With Lorne. Okay, let's talk about a couple of stories around leadership. What are your go-to stories that sometimes that can teach something about reminding us that we are what we do? We are what we do. And I've got a couple that I want to share with you. The first one happened quite a few years ago. I just started a business. I was working with the executive team of a large oil and gas company. I was so fortunate and lucky to be hanging out with them. They kind of adopted me, I think, as their young and up and coming facilitator. And I was in this executive meeting that we were having, and an issue had come up, and the VP of exploration had said and announced in front of the group they had just made a major discovery. They were in a joint venture partnership with another oil and gas company and made major gas discovery in one of the basins that they were exploring in. He also said that he didn't think his partner knew about it. They had a different set of geological methodologies that they were both taking, and he felt that he could hide it from the partner. And his argument was, they screwed us one other time. Remember the time when they screwed us, that they and they weren't as forthright and we got locked out of a project? Well, it's our turn to get them back. And I remember watching the CEO, who I just admire so much, and the chief legal officer take this young VP through a process of questioning that absolutely at the end of that, about a 15 to 20 minute conversation of him answering the questions of the consequences and the long-term consequences of that decision. And for him to completely turn around and say, you know what, I understand after you guys have taken me through that would be the wrong decision. And it was about doing the right thing, not about retribution, not about revenge, but about doing the right thing and how that would be the long-term best contribution. And reminded me of a second story. And this second story was when I was working for the chair of a Fortune 50 company. I was one of 7 leaders reporting to that chair. And again, I don't want to disclose the company or the individual, but the lesson out of this is quite profound for me. And it struck with me around how much of a goldfish bowl we live in and how people want to see that our lips and feet are moving at the same time. And we had just sent out a notice, email and other proclamations that we had to tighten our belts, that we weren't getting the price increases through the public utility commissions that we were hoping to get, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, we had to cut costs. And we were on our way to a meeting that we were having in one of the large metropolitan cities that we serve. And after that meeting, that we were all, as an executive team, would go have some fun and play some golf. So it was not uncommon in those days to use the corporate jets to fly the executive there. That was quite common and considered actually to be more cost efficient. But what wasn't cost efficient was that one of the people on the executive team, who loved to golf, by the way, was really good at it, had a custom set of golf clubs, and he forgot to put them on the plane. So they were still in the corporate hangar. When we got to the plane, when the jet got to the city, he instructed the pilots to fly the jet back and pick up his golf clubs and to return with. And this is just after this notice went out about, and it was just such a violation of common sense and this hubris that sometimes executives get trapped in around feeling entitled, that somehow no one would notice. And of course, everybody noticed. And it just makes you look like donkeys. So I guess where I'm going with that is that we are what we do. We are what we do. We're human. And we do a lot of goofy things. And I've done lots of them. And some are more than goofy. They're quite disappointing mistakes. And however, we need to remind ourselves that we are what we do. We are what we do. Much more than we say. And when we say things, then we have to do what we say that we believe in, and that it's important to have some of these stories to use them as teaching methods for ourselves and teaching references, but also with others. So what are your stories, and what's going to be in front of you this coming week or two that is going to challenge what you stand for and what you believe in, and how you get a chance to really do what you believe, or you say you believe, so that you can reinforce this notion is that you and I are what we do. That's who we are. Anyway, there we go. Hey, I'm hanging out with all the gamers and everybody else. I just did a live stream on Twitch. So we're doing a piece, live streaming piece called Leadership and the News. And every Sunday, 10 o'clock Pacific time, I'm going to hang out for, I don't know, as long as I feel like it. Anybody feels want to hang out with me and just live stream my thoughts and views around the leadership lessons that we can pull out of current ongoing news. And not to take a political position, although sometimes it may seem like one, but just to go out and talk about what is the real leadership lesson, or the lessons on culture, or the lessons around organization life, or our life at work through stream. Yeah, come join us. Live stream with Lorne, Leadership in the News on Twitch. If you can join us in any one of our platforms, and to hang out with us and to build this community of making the world of work better in every possible way, including belonging. Thanks. Bye for now, and see you next week and another Lead In.